How's everyone doing today? Good? So I was told that you guys are ready for my super duper high intensity boot camp workout, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. I understand what people go through when they're not happy about the way they look. Because I was that kid. At a very young age, I knew it was an issue, I knew it was a problem, and I wanted to do something about it. So got involved in sports very early, baseball, football, wrestling, things that most kids get involved with. And then I did something that changed my life. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this ad. It's a long time ago. There was an ad with this big muscle guy, and there was a skinny little kid on a beach, and there was a girl, and the big muscle guy kicked sand on the skinny kid, and it was the Charles Atlas program. Do any of you remember that, or is it just me? Am I the oldest one in here? I sent away for this program. It was a 12-week program, and I didn't have any weights. I was 17 years old. There, weights back then were, pretty expensive, I guess, or hard to get. But I wanted to do the program. So my mother had this really nice flower garden with these red bricks all the way around it. And I had a baseball bat because I play baseball. So I took these bricks and I used masking tape and I taped them on the ends of the bat. So I would do bicep curls, and I would do shoulder press and bench press, laying on the floor. And I did this for a few weeks or months. My father happened to notice and he bought me a weight set. And that's really sort of what changed my life and what propelled me into my career today. I really took to it. I changed my body, and in about 6 months I lost 55, 60 pounds. I grew up in Camarillo, California. It's a pretty small town, city, and I used to run around the city 2 or 3 times a week, and I just got in really good shape. And what it did for me is it really transformed my life. It changed my life. I was more confident. I felt better about myself. I was better in sports. I was the guy now being picked to go on teams because I was actually good at what I did. I was fast. I was quick. And of course, it didn't hurt with the ladies either. So, hey, it was good all the way around. I found the balance of what fitness really is. It's not one extreme or the other. It's a combination of all of it. Got into 4 different martial arts: kung fu, taekwondo, kickboxing, and jiu-jitsu. And I loved it all. I loved it all. I also got into yoga, became a yoga practitioner, been doing that for about 15 years as well. So what all of that did for me as a trainer is it really diversified my toolbox. It gave me a lot of different tools. I wasn't just versed in lifting weights or cardio or just martial arts. I could use all of it, not only with myself, but with my clients. And that's exactly what I did. And what I found is, for me, or not for me, for my clients, it gave them something I think is really important. It gave them variety. And that's really what we need to have in our programs today. We need to make them very diversified and have variety, because that way we're more consistent with it, because it's not boring. It's not the same thing over and over and over and over again. Everybody starts from where they start from, and there's no judgment. And anybody can start at any time. It doesn't matter if you're 5 pounds overweight, 30 pounds overweight. It doesn't matter. 50 pounds overweight. It doesn't matter if you have medical conditions. All those things are reasons and excuses not to get started. What matters is that you do get started. It's extremely important for people to live a healthy lifestyle. I wanted to find a way to get people fit and in shape faster. For me, it was all about being as effective and efficient as I possibly could. I wanted to find the most effective and efficient ways to get people in shape, whatever that may be. And that's when I created what I call the two-in-one workout system or training concept that's in my book, Body Express Makeover. And all that is really is You doing multiple muscle group exercises, compound exercises, back to back to back. You know, you can sit there and you can do seated bicep curls or shoulder press or kickbacks. But what would happen if you did squats with bicep curls? If you did alternating lunges with shoulder press? If you did a kickback, a glute kickback and a tricep kickback? Now what's happening is you're getting more bang for your buck. You're working more muscle groups in a shorter amount of time. Now what happens if you do 10 of those exercises or 15 or 20 back to back to back? Not only are you being much more efficient in your time, because time is a big obstacle for everyone, but you're also raising your heart rate. And what happens when you raise your heart rate? Because when you work the lower body and the upper body at the same time, you're going to raise your heart rate. What happens? You burn more calories, don't you? That's why people do cardio, to burn calories. So now you're burning more calories more efficiently. You're getting more bang for your buck. So if you're doing all that and you do that for a period of time, wouldn't it make sense that you would get in shape faster? Yeah?